Namaste, good morning, Sat Sri Akal. This video is for parents who are wanting their kids to learn the best and who are teaching their kids. But as a parent, we also need to understand how to teach. So this video is about learning how to teach, and this is thanks to my husband who has been explaining me or sharing with me that timing is important and how you teach is also very much important. So as a mother, I always wanted my kids to learn the best, and I have as any parent would do, I have always wanted them to understand and learn from life as well as from the knowledge that we normally acquire in the school system. How about not just focusing on the rote learning and actually understanding the meaning and the experience of the things that we teach? So I'll start with an example. What happens is when a child is born, every parent and including me, we want to teach our kids. It has been our education system that we start teaching with ABCD, or we start teaching with kind of apple, like names of fruits and names of animals and names of things that are like furniture and things like that. What happens is the child does pick up things and it starts recognizing it, but at the beginning, at a very subtle level, it starts parroting without understanding the meaning of the thing, or without giving mind enough time to register the fullness of that experience. I'll take an example. If I have and why I'm saying this is just to give parents who are watching this video for probably the first time. My daughter, she's in third year, she's in MBBS, and my son, he's in IIT Chennai. So I think that gives me a little bit of confidence that yes, I think whatever we have been trying of experimenting with, and by the grace of God, things have worked out to be. Parenting is very difficult, and at times we really need to understand what we are doing. There is no straightforward method or mechanism. So I'm just trying to share here what my experience is about and how we have been able to travel this journey. So while my focus has been about teaching what is required to be done, my husband has been kind of giving me the support to explain and understand when to teach, or what is the most effective way, at what timing if you teach it will be grasped fully. So when I was explaining you, if we start with the names, and what we normally do is we take a book and we start showing our kids, this is tiger, and we do get books like that. So fruits of animal, we do get charts like that, right? Name of fruits and name of animals and things, and we teach through charts. Is there anything wrong in it? No. There's nothing wrong. Child will learn how to parrot it out. So when he sees the picture, and the mind will recognize it with the picture, and they will say this is apple, this is banana, this is they will learn that way. And as a parent, what happens is once the child starts recognizing things, we feel that he has learned it. Okay, where the gap lies is what happens, or where we can enhance that learning, is when the child is actually eating an apple, when you are giving him an apple, when he understands. Even if you don't teach at the initial stages of the early years, like what we call like rote learning in the pre-primary, and where they just learn the parroting, they just learn the poems by heart, and they start narrating those poems, or they start reciting those poems, they start narrating stories, whatever we have told. Unless they experience it, the learning is incomplete according to our experience that we have seen. So when you give an apple to a child, okay, when you take him, let him experience it, and you say this is apple, this is orange, what happens is, along with the shape, along with the name, the nature, the sweetness, sourness, the texture, the different dimensions of that object gets registered. and the feeling that got generated within the child. And you need, as a parent, one needs to ask, okay, how did you feel when you tasted it? What kind of taste did you feel? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What is it that you did not like it? Especially when the child says, I did not like it or liked it. And when it says it's sweet, so I liked it because it's sweet. So in a way, we are also trying to teach, that this is something that we like, certain things we dislike. Like if we give certain things which is bitter in taste, and the child says, I don't like it. So you can say, along with that, you can say that, this is called bitter taste, and that taste is also required for health. And then at that point in time, you can explain them about the 9 ras that we have, or 9 tastes that we have. So that will actually complete the learning. Okay, don't stop, even as a parent. And even as a parent, if I know you want best for your child, even if you start early by showing them the pictures, because that's what our current education system is, and you may not be really bold enough to want to go outside that oh no, I can't wait till 6 years where my child can actually start experiencing, understanding, talking, expressing himself. I want to really teach him. Fair enough, go ahead, teach it, whatever the current method is, enhance it. And the right time to teach that would be when the child is actually experiencing it. Now, having given this example, I know the question might come, okay, but what about animals and all that? We can't really teach them. We have to, take care of the pictures only. No, the actual experience about it, when you take them to zoo, okay, and now you would say, okay, but he needs to have a reference to contacts. What I used to do was, I used to take the book along with me. So when we used to visit the zoo, so when they would ask, what is this? So at that point in time, we would take out the book. I would wait for the child to ask, what is that? What is that animal? And then we would search it. So let that inquisitiveness come in child. What at times we do is, as a parent, and I still do this mistake, I'm acknowledging it. We share a lot of information which we feel would be helpful to child, but is the child ready to receive it? Initially, because they are young, they may not say so, but at times they stop listening. They stop listening when you are overfeeding the information, when they are not ready to listen. And that is where I would thank my husband for giving me that pointer, that whatever you are saying, whatever you are trying to teach is of very valuable thing. Wait for the right timing, when he is receptive. Listen to the other person that he is receptive. And I think that has helped us a lot. And my prayers and my wishes and my blessings to all the parents who are in this journey, that may we learn how to teach, how to give those experiences to our kids where they learn themselves. Let us create an environment of learning. And actually, there is nothing that we can teach a child. We can only provide them the platform and the environment where they learn by themselves. And in learning by themselves, all their senses they will use. When we teach, it is only the listening and the parroting and the remembering that comes into play. When they learn by themselves, all the senses will develop. So I wish you like this video. Any comments are most welcome, and I look forward to that we in this journey better ourselves in every aspect of our life. Namaste. Thank you.